Hi, my name is Jose Cruz, and today I'll be discussing climate change and carbon dioxide emissions. Climate change itself presents a larger issue to our Earth and to us as its inhabitants. Imagine a ravaged planet filled with forest fires, diminished food sources, and floods. This is just one possible description of the planet within the next 60 to 70 years. My generation, Gen Z, as well as a few millennials are even projected to be impacted by the effects of climate change within our lifetimes. According to a 2018 report written by the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, the Earth's average temperature has gradually been warming over the past few decades. The report mentions that the scientific evidence for the warming of our planet is unequivocal. With various statistical measurements of our oceans and sea level rise, climate change exhibits many different effects. Today, I will be discussing climate change, the causes and effects associated with it. And by the end of my presentation, I hope to inform you about the notable impact that climate change presents to our environment. In this presentation, I will be describing the main contributors of climate change, the effects of climate change, carbon dioxide emissions and its role in global warming, and finally, discuss afforestation, a plausible solution towards climate change. Now that I've discussed my main topics, I'll move on to the contributors of climate change. According to Yale Climate Communications, a 2020 article written by Samantha Harrington, one of the largest contributors towards climate change are greenhouse gases, which are emitted as a result of human activities, such as deforestation, land changes, and burning fossil fuels. The lingering greenhouse gases in our atmosphere, such as methane and carbon dioxide, trap incoming solar heat and cause increased temperatures for our planet. Having highlighted one of the largest contributors towards climate change, I will now discuss the effects that climate change has on our environment. According to a 2017 article titled "How Will Climate Change Affect the U.S. in the Decades to Come?" written by Donald Webbles, hundreds of studies have outlined the effects that climate change has and will impose on our environment in the years to come. The increase of greenhouse gases has led to a rising atmospheric temperatures, which increase oceanic temperatures as well. This can lead to melting glaciers and rising sea levels. Climate change also affects the atmosphere, which leads to severe weather and natural events. Wildfires, severe thunderstorms, heat waves, and increased rainfall are just a few of the environmental changes that are likely to come. Moreover, another effect of climate change is its addition to the amount of carbon dioxide in our atmosphere. As before mentioned, carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas that absorbs and radiates incoming solar heat within the Earth's atmosphere. According to a 2020 article written by Rebecca Lindsay for the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, carbon dioxide makes up exactly 62% of the Earth's greenhouse gases. And the carbon dioxide levels in today's atmosphere are higher than any point they've been in the past 800,000 years. This has a significant impact towards global warming, as it has led global warming predictions to occur much more sooner than expected. The deteriorating sea ice at our north and south poles, as well as more intense periods of heat within our summer months. Afforestation is the process of planting trees and integrating more forest back into the environment. According to a 2019 NASA article titled "Examining the Viability of Planting Trees to Help Mitigate Climate Change," trees are entire ecosystems with the capability of increasing the natural carbon absorption from our atmosphere. The Earth contains approximately 2.2 billion acres worth of forest potential. These newly forested areas harbor the potential to absorb over 2/3 of humanity's emissions since the 19th century. Effectively, this would decrease the amount of carbon dioxide in our atmosphere, slowing down global warming and providing a contribution towards the solution of climate change. Now that you learned a little about climate change, here's a few points to remember. Human activities have unequivocally been the dominant cause, as we emit large amounts of greenhouse gases that affect the Earth. The effects of climate change have already slowly begun to pose issues towards the atmosphere and the environment as well. With CO2 being a greenhouse gas, increased amounts will lead to faster rates of global and atmospheric warming in general. And finally, the use of afforestation can lead to a restoration for the environment and have an impact on our lives on this planet. Now, With everything that you learned, I would like you to reconsider your opinion on climate change and see just how drastically it can impact you as an individual. Thank you.